Shockadoobie. Calculated. Shockadoobie.
Slay.
What a save.
So funny.
Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Scattercast. You're in for some chatter to scatter your brain and boredom by listening to us, 4 young adult friends who will scatter our brains through fun and serious conversations about life. So, how is everybody doing since we last recorded?
All right. So, well, at some point, Talia mentioned that I don't have hobbies. And you know, I listed off my hobbies as being like video games and like photography. And so last night, it turned out that I realized I don't have hobbies. And my hobby is just doing my job, I guess.
Not a hobby.
But it's not a hobby. So
That's weirdly pertinent to our scattered advice
yeah.
topic today.
Oh, great. Because, yeah, I just kind of stayed up until like 1 a.m. just working. And I was like, I don't really need to be working right now. But I tried to play video games and say, hey, I have a hobby. But then I just got bored after like about less than 10 minutes.
I do find video games kind of boring.
Yeah, I was like, and then I tried to find something to watch, but then I didn't just want to watch something. And then I was like just sitting there. I was like, I should do something. Like I'm not tired to go to sleep. So I just worked.
How are you guys so bad at entertaining yourselves when you don't have work? I find it
Why
so
are you
easy.
lumping us all in there with
I know.
Tony?
I think Allie and I are pretty good at that.
Okay, Tony, how are you so bad at this? Like,
He's an anti-procrastinator.
Well,
He always has to be doing something productive.
dude, he's on that grind. That's not healthy.
Yeah. It's the grind set.
Is it the grind set?
Well, no, not really.
But then why would you say that?
Well, see, the thing is when I have a hobby, sometimes, like even with photography, I love taking pictures. I was like, I'm not going to go out at like 1 a.m. and take pictures in the dark.
You gotta
But
get stabbed.
then like even there, I'm thinking at some point, I'm like, well, how do I start making money off this? And I'm like, but it's just a hobby. I just don't need to make money off of that.
Yeah, that's
So-
Tony's thing. Is like every time he's like, oh, let's do this together. And then we can make money off of it. And I'm like, well,
How about we save this talk right now for the advice section?
okay.
We'll just hold on to that. Talia, how are you? How have you been?
I'm doing well. Tomorrow is my last day of work.
Yay.
I am both excited and sad. It's like a bittersweet moment, but mostly excited, I think. I just haven't had like much time to relax or take a break for the last year, so I'm looking forward to kind of just not doing anything for a little bit. But I plan to write like my coworkers or the ones that I like talk to a lot, little notes to give them at their desks to say goodbye. But
That's nice.
That's a good
yeah,
idea.
I'm just doing good.
Nice. Sean, what about you?
Yeah, kind of same thing, same old. I don't know, making sounds and going to school, and I've been on a I don't even know what to call it, like a streak lately of like catching up on like just mostly anime that I've wanted to watch.
Nice.
Like last night I watched Perfect Blue by Satoshi Kon, which was very fascinating.
Is that like a hentai or?
No, Allie, no, it's not.
Okay.
I don't watch that. Other than that, though, I don't know. Like wine of the week, my life's kind of boring right now. Got that
I feel that.
Argentinian Beck.
It's got to be good, right?
Honestly, it's like might be my favorite. I think it's tied with the Cab Sauv that I had.
The cab's off.
Every time I see one now, that's what goes through my head.
Good.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh, I found out that place. I was like talking to the guy. They do wine tastings every Friday
Oh,
from 5 to 7.
that's
And
fun.
I'm like,
Is
say
it
less.
free wine tastings or like?
I realized as I was walking away that I did not inquire about that. But I guess I'll find out if I decide to go, which I probably will.
Yeah.
Well, Allie, you're going to a wine tasting later today, right?
I am.
It's
I
true.
won free tickets to a food and wine festival, and I don't have class until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, here's my cat. until 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm going to get drunk
Nice.
for free.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
go.
That's so exciting.
Can I give you a personal challenge?
Maybe.
Try at least one wine that is not sweet.
Oh, Mhm. I mean, it's a wine festival. I'll have to.
Good.
Well, Allie, you don't have to
Anyway.
do anything that you don't want to, but
That's
you
not
should
true.
try wine.
I don't know. It's free wine. I can't say no.
Yeah.
And-
Well, I just want you to know that in general in life you can say no,
oh, okay.
but
Noted.
you shouldn't say no today to the wine, to the free wine.
Specifically. Okay.
Or to anything.
But if
should
you
say
wanted to,
yes.
you could.
Perfect.
What kind of food are they gonna have?
Cheese and stuff.
I don't know. It's sponsored by a whole bunch of local restaurants, but I didn't really. I think Josh Peck might be sponsoring it. I don't.
That's so
My
random.
friend
That is so
texted
Out of
me.
the blue.
Yeah, my friend texted me. I forget who it was. It might have been Josh Peck, but I was like, "What the fuck?
Interesting.
Why are they sponsoring this?"
Dude, is
I
he going
don't
to be
know.
there? That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
You got to get him to say like classic Drake and Josh lines.
Yeah, are you calling me a liar?
Like, I ain't calling you a truther, you know? Like, spherical, you know, the fucking.
So you'll be
sphere.
like every other fan of any other person ever. Just like say your iconic line for me. You are my puppet.
Coming from the guy who is very excited to talk with the voice actor for Diego.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't ask him
You
to
were
say
just
like
like-
his lines though.
Yeah, but you were like every other fan. You were.
are you
were
talking
so-
about Go Diego Go?
Yeah, we
You
met the guy.
Diego?
Yeah, he was at the Oxford
Why have
Film
you never
Festival.
told us this?
And I'm sure I have
I
throughout
think
the
we
years.
did.
But he was at the
Actually, it
Oxford Film
sounds- maybe
Festival,
it is a little familiar.
and we saw one of his movies.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I wasn't like fanboying. I said that I watched the show when I was a kid.
You were fanboying for sure.
Okay,
You were like,
not
that
very.
was my favorite show.
I did
as a
not.
kid."
Okay, guys, that is straight cap. I did not
it's
say that.
not.
No, I would be lying because it wasn't my favorite show.
I never.
I'm
seen
pretty
you
positive-
So excited to talk to someone.
That's not. Well, I've been way more excited to talk for one to you, but to other people that I've met. So,
Not us.
no, not to y'all. No, but hey, I've met a couple other celebrities very briefly, and I was more excited about them than random Go Diego Go.
Really?
Yeah, I met Imelda Staunton, who plays
Oh.
Dolores Umbridge, and that was pretty exciting.
That would be
Oh, I
interesting.
remember you said that. I don't think I've ever met anybody famous besides the Wild Feathers.
Yeah, I was gonna say you met the freaking Wild Feathers. Come on. Have y'all ever thought about? I've given like a decent amount of thought actually to like if I met some of my like personal heroes or celebrities I really think are cool. Like about what would you say to them?
So I did meet like one of my childhood heroes, Fabio Grosso, a soccer player who won the World Cup for Italy. I was either 11 or 12.
He single-handedly.
Well,
won.
he scored a winning goal in the semifinal, and then he scored the winning PK.
Nice.
And
Is that enough for you, Allie?
I met him when I was 12, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I was speechless. So that's what happened there.
Fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the whole story. Sorry,
Cool.
but if I met any other celebrity I like nowadays, I think I would just be like, "What's up? I'm a fan of this," just like I was with the Go Diego Go guy. I did not fangirl on this guy. I literally said I watched the show, and then I made a joke about him like being old.
And you had a half chub the whole time you were talking.
No, I didn't, Allie.
Because it was full.
I'm going to cut all of this out of the podcast
No,
because
you're
she's
not,
making me
no.
look like a fangirl of Go Diego Go, and that's just straight up
You
not
are.
wrong with that?
Embrace who you are.
He was a cool
Tony.
guy. I had a conversation, and I like any other person, and I was just like,
Like
"Yeah, I
any-
did watch the show, and that's very cool that you're here." And that's it. That's all that happened.
I feel like celebrities so much get like the same interactions. It's like either super crazy hyper fan behavior or it's like, oh, like, can you do this thing for me? Like you were talking about earlier, Tony, like, can you like do the thing you're known for? Like, haha, that'd be so cool.
Do the roar.
Which is like so like kind of dehumanizing. I feel like it's different if you just like bump into like a celebrity on the street. I mean, if I bumped into a celebrity, I think it's totally fun to be like, hey, like I love your work or whatever, have a good one, that kind of thing. But like, if you got like backstage passes or something to like an artist you really like, then you're in this weird position where you like actually get to talk to them for like more than 2 seconds. I feel like the best thing is to just like ask them about themselves, like, like what's going on in your life right now that you're passionate about, or like, what are you interested in at this moment?
Where do you live?
Like,
what's your phone number?
Like, will you hang out with me forever and ever and ever? Like, though, like, I feel like I'd be so tired.
I feel like that's not a hot take, Sean.
Yeah, that's really not a hot take.
I don't think that's a hot take. You're saying
I
it like it's a hot take.
I know, I didn't mean it as a hot take.
Oh, okay.
I think if we rewinded and said like that's such a hot take, Sean would be like, yeah, I know that's a hot take.
No, I wouldn't have. Also, rewind is not a word.
Rewind? I just said rewind.
How is that not a
rewind
word?
It. Never mind. I think you said rewinded.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
You fucker.
I did.
Damn it.
I've never met a celebrity in real life.
You met Go Diego Go.
Okay, I met Go Diego Go, but I didn't ever watch the show, so he wasn't really a celebrity to me. But
Tolly's
when I was a kid, we saw the Beach Boys in concert.
That's cool.
They came to Ole Miss. Nobody wanted to go.
I know.
I remember that, yeah. What a random...
But I was like 7 at the time. And when I came back to like all my friends at school, I told them that I saw the Beatles. And they're all like, wow, that's so cool.
I mean, 4 white guys. There's 4 Beach Boys, right?
I don't know.
I don't
Talia
remember.
has no idea.
I don't know if there's still 4 of them.
Well, I mean, like, the core was... I just know Brian Wilson is, like, he's the one. He's the guy.
I know very little about the Beach Boys, but I do like their songs.
See. Yeah.
Surfing USA,
Okay. Are we ready for our scattered...
You guys don't want me to sing anymore?
Welcome to our Scattered Advice segment, where we, 4 well-adjusted friends, give you, a not well-adjusted friend, some much-needed advice.
It's time for Scattered Advice.
The theme of this week is hobbies.
Oh.
No.
This comes from r/advice on Reddit, and the title is it embarrassing to start a hobby at 20? My whole life I've wanted to do piano lessons, but my mom couldn't afford them. I was thinking of finally starting them soon. I basically have no prior knowledge of pianos in general. Would this be embarrassing?
No way.
I don't think so.
Not at all.
I understand the feeling, though, because once you get to, like, a certain age, like high school or something, you're a lot more aware when you're bad at something. Whereas, like, as a kid, they're like, oh, listen to this song that I can play. And it's, like, the worst possible thing you've ever heard. But as an adult, you're going to be like, I'm embarrassed to, like, practice if there's people around because they're going to be like, wow, you suck. So I understand the feeling of being embarrassed, but I personally don't think that you should be.
This is going to sound so like dumb coming from me and what I was talking about earlier, not having hobbies, but we need to unnormalize, which is not a word, but we need to make it not normal that people like, once you have kids that are a little grown, that's when you start getting hobbies. That's when you like put tools in your garage to like have a woodworking hobby type deal. Like normalize getting hobbies when you're younger, That's what I'm trying to say in the dumbest possible way. But
Correct.
Clearly I don't have the hobbies either. So yeah.
No, I think you're totally right though. Like, I completely understand the feeling of like, oh man, is it like embarrassing that I like didn't learn how to do this when I was younger, But like, I think it's cool. Like anybody who's like, yeah, I'm whatever age and is like, I'm going to tackle a new thing. I'm going to try something that I've never done before. Like, that's cool. And you should do that because you shouldn't have to like stop learning new things or stop exploring what you like at any point in your life.
Yeah, I think adulthood isn't all about just learning one skill until you're 18 and then or 20, 22, and then just doing that one thing forever.
Yeah, that'd be sad as heck.
That's what I do. It's really sad.
Do y'all have any advice for somebody who's looking for some confidence to start something new?
Just get in there, honestly.
Yeah. Yellow.
Yeah,
Like,
I
don't-
would say like just give it a shot, and also like if you're really anxious about it, talk to like good friends of yours that you have to help maybe encourage you to do something. And even if it's like, I don't know, you can't really do this with piano because that's more a one-on-one thing, but you could always find a friend to try something with, or find a friend who already does it and like do it with them. And if they're a good friend, they're not gonna like make fun of you or anything, and if they do, maybe you shouldn't be friends with them. So like find someone to do it with would be a good thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing I would add is like it's a hobby, like don't put too much pressure on yourself to like, and this applies to anything, right? But like don't put too much pressure on yourself to be super awesome at it immediately, or even necessarily like ever. As if the purpose of a hobby is to bring you joy. Like you can, like when we all used to go play tennis, dude, I suck at tennis, but I had so much
You
fun
really
doing that. I do. And I readily admit it.
So
Yeah, the
am
rest
I.
of us were so much better than you,
Yeah.
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Tolly and I were champions of
Tony
the Correct
never
League.
never shot the
we're
ball,
such a great duo out there.
way out of the court or anything.
How many
Well-
games did y'all win as a duo?
0.
Yes. I think you and I beat them at least a couple times.
Wait a minute. We almost won a match against another.
That
Two
doesn't
people
count.
who-
Almost. That's awesome.
Okay,
But
but
Tony
people who
was-
signed up for the tournament. Like,
But
come
Tony
on.
was also injured for a few of our
I
matches.
was injured. Yeah,
So he couldn't like run around, which is kind of difficult.
yeah. It was pretty hard to
That
move
is-
around.
That is difficult for tennis. That's fair. So look at us, 4 20-somethings that enjoy hobbies that we suck at. We can also do that. All right, on to the next one. I recently read having hobbies that don't give money or attention, but just something you enjoy is good for your self-worth. What hobbies do you guys have that you do just for the sake of fun and enjoyment rather than any rewards like money or admiration? So maybe we can give Tony some suggestions as well.
I only do things for admiration or money.
Admiration.
Okay, Tony, you're out. You can sit on the sideline and listen.
All right,
to
I'm not
advice
gonna
we're about to
speak.
hit you with.
My current hobby is reading, which I know is not a suggestion for Tony because he hates reading. But for other people, that's a really fun hobby that it literally, like, no one's going to be like, oh, wow, you're so great, you read a book. So not for admiration, and you don't really make money off of it. But that's really fun. I enjoy reading. There's lots of different genres.
Do you have any suggestions for finding books that you're interested in? Because I feel like one of the biggest barriers for me is like after I finish a book, I never know what to read next.
I don't know. I usually just like, if I'm on Audible, I do mostly audiobooks, but if I'm on Audible and I run out of credits, instead of buying more credits, I'll look at the free books they have, and that's a good way to like branch out to things that you haven't read. And then Libby also, you don't have to pay for it, but sometimes they have like the section of things that you don't have to wait for. And so I'll be like, oh, I'll just try one of these random books and see if I like it. And most of the time I do. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to like entertainment in general. But there was one book that I like could not stand the voice acting for. So it's a toss-up, but that's a good way, I guess.
That's fair. Sean, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, my hobbies are pretty like tame, but I really enjoy them. I like play a lot of games, watch a lot of TV. And like mostly because I really enjoy stories. I will pick up a book like every once in a while. But like, I mean, I don't know. I think, and to sort of add to what Tolly was talking about or like your question towards Talia about how to find stuff. I think. Let me throw listening to music in there too, because I do that a lot just for fun. I think once you kind of like, if you find like one thing, it literally just has to be one thing, like an album or a song or a TV show or a game or whatever, and you like that. If you look up stuff like this, like like people make their livings making like little listicles of like top 10 games that you'll like if you like this, or top 10 shows that are similar to that, and then you like gradually branch out. You gradually get a better idea of like what's generally regarded as like some of the best in this genre or that genre or whatever, and then you can try them out for yourself. If you don't like them, there's always other stuff, like
I would say for me personally, I really like crocheting and other kind of crafting hobbies, because it gives you something to do with your hands, especially if you want to watch like a TV show or a movie during it, because I feel like most of the time I can't just sit there and watch a movie. I have to be doing something on top of that. So instead of going on my phone, it's nice to have something to do with my hands that doesn't require too much brain power. But you kind of have to build up to get to that, because if I'm working on a new pattern, I can't watch anything while doing it. I have to strictly count in my head.
Right.
That makes sense, though.
That makes sense. Another thing that Tony and I used to do back during COVID times was paint. We both suck at painting. We're not very good at it. But that one's really fun to do, because like no matter what you do, you're at least making some form of art. And
then we tried to sell them.
Well, Tony tried to sell them, yes, because Tony always tries to.
I think that's a really good one. Just because, like, as someone who, obviously this isn't painting, but it's a form of like artistic expression, who makes music, and obviously in sound design is creative too, right? I think like any hobby where you're expressing yourself in that way, is really kind of good for you. And it's not always something. It's something that you might have to be in the mood for. But if you can just make yourself kind of like, and again, you can suck at it. Like you can suck at painting. You can know nothing about music, but like sometimes it's kind of fun to like be like, yeah, I made that, and like it has a meaning to me now.
And then you sell it.
No, you don't.
Tony!
You have fun, and that's it.
I don't know how to have fun anymore.
Oh my god!
Unless there's alcohol involved.
Tony,
that's so sad.
I'm just kidding.
Tony, you want to join my
You
wine
should
of the week
genuinely
club?
work on that.
I do need to genuinely work on that, because all my hobbies are expensive. It just sucks.
That does suck.
I feel like a lot of hobbies are expensive. That's a good point. Like
Painting can be pretty cheap, so that's a good one. Oh, taking up like sports, like an intramural team sport.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on a
That's a
soccer
good
team,
hobby.
but that's like once a week.
Yeah.
gaming is not a fucking cheap hobby. It's just
no,
expensive.
Gaming's
gaming
not
is
cheap.
definitely not.
Here's $70 for a game.
And you have to buy the console or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta buy the console. It's like a lot.
I love to woodwork. The wood is expensive. I like to take pictures, but like also like get new gear and like experiment with new lenses. Lenses are expensive. Like
Yeah.
going to sporting events is expensive.
Yeah. I want to do more like tactile hobbies, but I'm not very, like, my hands aren't very dexterous, so like I have a hard time getting enjoyment out of doing things like that. But I want to try and do it. And then we were thinking about starting to grow a few like plants on our like little balcony thing, because
You
like
totally should.
yeah, because we use
Really
like
cool.
specifically some Italian stuff like garlic, rosemary, Italian parsley, and what was the other thing?
Basil.
Basil.
I
Like
got some basil in my kitchen. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
yeah, because we spend so much money on those things, and they usually like don't last very long from the store. So that's something I feel like I'll be better at getting into that as like a tactile thing, because it's not so like intricate or detailed, really. So yeah, that's something we can try.
Yeah. It's just, that's not something you can do.
Yeah, you water it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but you water it like once a day. Like I need something
But
that I
that's
can
still
just
some-
like do at 8 p.m., 7 a.m., and 3 p.m. no matter what.
Masturbate.
That
It's your new hobby.
Great. Helpful.
that's a lot of times a
You work
day.
from home.
That's my I make money off that, Allie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
You're on the clock.
I think you could say Bootsy. Taking care of Bootsy is a hobby.
I mean,
You playing with
Yeah.
Bootsy? I don't know.
yeah. Sure.
I know it's kind of in betweener.
But I guess you were thinking
doesn't
like,
really
well,
count.
it's something. It's just like a part of my daily routine, and I
No,
like.
no, not like a routine, but like something that I can just do whenever I would need something to do.
No, I'm saying Bootsy
Oh,
is
yeah.
a part of your daily routine and it's something that you really enjoy doing, so you don't really see that as a hobby.
Yeah, no.
But I mean, it's something.
I mean, yeah, okay.
You can expand your idea of what hobbies
Allie
are.
is Benji a hobby?
Oh, he's certainly a nuisance.
There you go.
Make money on him. So
Tony, I this is how do I say this? I have a suggestion for you. And I'm biased because I'm the list guy, but I think you should get like a watch list or a book list or a game list or something, just like kind of be passively like writing down like, oh, that looks interesting, and then like save it for later. And then when you don't have anything to do, you're like, oh, maybe I should try watching that, or like try.
Well, I have
this.
things to watch, but I need something to do while watching them.
Why, dude? Why?
Because I just don't. Allie was
can't-
saying it. Allie and I are on the same page here. The only things I can sit there and watch without having to do something else is lawn mowing videos, and I do that
What?
a lot.
Tony,
But-
what?
But
Explain.
Dude, they literally have a game called like Lawn Simulator.
well, I don't want to. Okay, so
It's
like
supposed to be good too.
so there's a couple of channels on YouTube that like just they go lawn mow like people's houses for free that are like crazy overgrown,
I've
and
seen
That
those.
actually
yeah,
does sound
and
kind
it's
of.
super like it's like satisfying to see it all come down, right? And what happens is they fast forward the videos, obviously, but it's not fast enough. So I put on YouTube, I put it to 2.5 speed, so it's like super fast.
2.5.
Yeah, and it's already sped up, so it just like zips through. And I'm like, yes, that's what I wish mowing the lawn actually felt like. But it's
Is
not.
that what you're jacking off to when you 3 times a day your lawn mowing vids?
No, like I said, that's what I can just watch without doing anything else. I promise.
I've never been one. I've never been a person who could like. I can't multitask when I watch this thing. I also don't want to because I feel like I miss so much, and I want to like give my full attention to something. Like unless it's just like some dumb little show that's just on in the background, that's whatever. But like if I'm sitting down to watch a movie, like I'm like clocking in to the movie.
I feel like you care more.
Yeah, no, that's how I am too. I'm really bad at multitasking, and I get like distracted really easily, especially watching something if I already have a hard time hearing and understanding whatever I'm watching without subtitles. So if my eyes are away or if I'm like reading something, everything that was on the screen it didn't happen. So I also like have to like be paying attention when I watch stuff. But because of that, like I don't always want to do that because then I don't know. I'll get like bored watching something that I wanted to watch and have to like stop it for a little bit and do something else.
Well, a little message to the scatterbrains. Y'all enjoy the podcast however you like. If you need to just sit there and look at the little logo while you're listening, do that. But feel free to do anything else while listening to the podcast.
For sure.
Including masturbate. We are okay with that.
Yeah.
I do think though it is kind of true. Like sometimes when you have free time and it's like, man, I have all this stuff that I like. I want to do, enjoy, watch, whatever. Like I find myself with games like that, especially right, like because that's a more like I have to be actively doing something, like interacting with it, and I'm like, man, I'm kind of tired. Like if I like force myself to sit down and start playing something, I'm like immediately into it. I don't have that barrier anymore. But sometimes it's hard for me to even just sit down and be like, oh, I gotta like move my character around and like think. You know what I mean? Instead of just like watching a show.
That's part of why I stopped playing Animal Crossing, because there's like things that you do daily in it, and it felt like daily chores.
Yeah,
And I was like, I have actual chores around my real life house that I need to be doing. So why would I go
That's
shake
the appeal
trees?
of that game, though, right? That's its like core gameplay loop.
No, but it felt like chores.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's not a valid thing. I'm just saying that's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to have chores in real life and then be like, oh, let me go play virtual chores.
Unless you want to procrastinate your chores.
Don't do that. Never.
Well, I ended up procrastinating both and then feeling doubly bad because I was procrastinating 2 different sets of chores.
Tom Nook is not pleased.
I owe him a lot of money.
That's so fair.
Now into our scattered pitch segment, where I give y'all a prompt to create a marketing campaign around.
Great ideas? We got them. This is Scattered Pitch.
This week's prompt, Benji is attacking my arm. I'm so sorry.
Crazy prompt.
This week's prompt is: imagine a world where cats rule and humans are their loyal subjects. Create a catchy title and an innovative marketing strategy for a new reality TV show that showcases the daily lives of these feline overlords. How will you pique the audience's curiosity and make them tune in for the perfect entertainment experience?
Nice. Okay, so cats rule the world, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to make a reality TV show about their daily lives.
Dude, well, we have the blueprint. It's that Instagram account that I keep sending you guys.
Oh my gosh!
Shout out to Milo the Chonk on Instagram. Everything. It's like every reel is Claire de Lune in the background and this like British AI voice like voicing Milo's thoughts, and it's just the most hilarious. Like he thinks he's so refined, you know, but he's not.
So are these like cats that like speak like English type deal? Like are they
can speak different languages too.
Are they hyper like intelligent cats, or is it just like regular like we know cats?
I think that should be up to your interpretation.
All right.
I like it being a combination of like cats just as they are, but they are like intelligent. I mean, cats are already intelligent, but like they have like
not Allie's.
What am I thinking? Conscious thoughts. What's that called?
Consciousness?
I have a really
Sentience?
bad idea.
Yeah,
No.
I think that's the word you're thinking.
Sentience, yeah.
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 What's your bad idea?
Well, I was thinking like there's like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and there's like the housewives of whatever. And so I was thinking, oh, there's like Pussycat, right? And so I was like, what? The pussies of Pennsylvania or something? That just sounds the pussies of Palm Beach.
That's pretty good.
I was actually
Oh my god.
I think like either reality style or like documentary mockumentary, almost like a Veep style show, you know, like because these are our overlords, right? So they're in charge of everything, but they're cats, so they're going to be like weird as hell, and they're going to be doing things that are like ridiculous and make no sense, you know, like dude, just the show about that, like wherever the cats rule us from, like the palace, you know.
The
Pussy Palace.
I like the idea of the reality because I love drama. And I think it'd be really like I think it'd be a good idea to have like a bunch of like male not yet
Unneutered.
yeah, why are all my words escaping me today? Unneutered male cats. And like
I honestly didn't think that was where you were going. I was making a joke.
that is exactly where I was going. And then we can have their like fight for dominance, and then also throw a few like unspayed females in the mix. Have a little bit of dating, but also a little bit of like that power play.
Yeah, I think we can have a female president, a female cat president over here, and there's
Okay.
like the
Is she
hunter
spayed?
guys.
So it's like the Bachelorette.
I don't know.
Are they getting spayed and neutered if there are overlords, or
Yo.
would they be spaying and neutering us?
I feel like
God,
both
that's a
because I
horror
feel
show.
like real like humans already like sometimes are like snip snip. So I'm sure some of them would spay and neuter
Snip,
themselves.
snap, snip, snap.
Do you know the mental toll 3 vasectomies has on man?
Wait, what was her assistant's name? Hunter?
Yeah, I think it was.
Can you take me by the hand? Come on. Dinner party episode? Anyway, tell you
Yes, yeah. I think didn't we all get? No,
I didn't
Allie,
know
you
that.
knew
You're
the
not
snip,
even
snap,
here.
but not the...
I don't know what y'all are saying.
I know.
The
I
dinner
did.
party with like her candle company and that flat screen TV pull out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember all of that. I don't remember.
You don't remember the song?
What? Oh, that was so funny.
Like her assistant that she was like kind of like sexually attracted to.
Sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And
Yeah.
she thought Pam and Michael had dated.
Oh my gosh.
Back to our show though.
Yeah, anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, I like the idea of a palace.
Pussy.
I like the idea of like, oh, there's like one cat who is like the tippity top, and all the other cats are vying to either be like his secondhand man, but then at some point it becomes like, let's overthrow this cat.
Stab him in
And
the
so
back.
I don't know what that would be called, but yeah, that sounds fun.
Oh, also, I think I
Um,
forgot to say like a little catchphrase for the show, or you can do like too hot to handle, or what is that one that you guys like?
Temptation Island.
Temptation Island.
Temptation.
You're not
Island, a
gonna
song.
tempt me.
Yeah, a song like that.
Best song
You'll
ever. Check
never
it out.
forget me. Is that
No.
right? Oh, my God.
Oh, you
You'll
know
never
what?
forget
You'll
me.
never forget me. Yeah.
Oh.
You're not gonna tempt me. It's really good. Check it out,
Please
guys.
Yeah.
leave this in. That was awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you heard this song, Sean?
I have not. I have never seen
Well,
that show.
you should look
Is
it
it
up.
on your reception playlist? You guys
I
should
can't
play
find
it during.
it. I can't find it.
Just
like,
get
I-
it off of YouTube. Download it off of YouTube.
I can't find a clean version off of YouTube.
clean version.
Do you
Like
need it
like
clean?
that's like,
Like
sounds
without-
good quality.
Yeah, like isolated.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
I'll figure it out.
Or you could just use the microphone and sing it as a duet. To
That's
special
true.
Yeah,
guest.
during our first dance.
You're both dancing and singing.
Yeah, we got a nice slow song to dance
That
to.
sounds like something
You're
touching.
not gonna tempt me.
You'll never forget me.
You're not gonna tempt me. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
This Scatterbrains. This does not happen every episode. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
this is awesome. This is rare stuff.
So we need a Pussies of Palm Springs.
Well, I thought we were in a
Fucking-
palace.
I like Pussies in the Palace.
All right.
Come
The
on.
Pussy Palace.
I like Pussies in the Palace.
Yeah, Pussy's in the Palace is
Pussies
a
in the
little
Palace.
better.
Yeah.
Um,
So you need a catchphrase or a little song to go with it for advertising your show.
They're up to some persnickety crap.
Really sticking with
What?
the alliteration here, which I'm fine with and I support.
These bitches hissing. I don't know.
I don't like that one.
No, I'm
That's
trying to think of
bad.
like what cats do. They purr and they hiss and they
They
play. And
But
they
I feel like we
claw.
should talk about the
Meow
show.
mischief. I don't know. Like that was lame.
Meow Mischief's okay. It can be better.
Okay, so if he does an
Can be better.
alliteration, it's fine. But if I do more than one, it sucks. Okay.
Built different.
Hey, Sean, this isn't over. The rivalry is just beginning.
About rivalry.
Okay, I can mispronounce words and say words that aren't true.
Aren't true.
Aren't truly
True.
words.
Wait, okay, back on track. Meow Mischief, but like better. What's
Meow.
Yeah,
strip.
see, yours one sucks,
Elevated.
dude.
I realized it was a work in progress.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, but I like the idea of something like, you know, like the A and T in one, like wanna be on top. Yeah.
You wanna meow meow?
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like the actual like wanna be on top, like because we've got like the head honcho kitty cat, and then we've got the underlings that like are gonna get up to some meow mischief.
How about
over
just
there.
like something with their claws, like claws out or something like that?
It's too basic, but I do
It's
like.
too- but, like,
I like the
yeah.
direction.
Yeah. I'm serving up.
Make fun of him not being able to say a word. Make fun of him.
I'm
Make
serving up
fun of him,
foundations.
Talia.
I won't. It's how I flirt with you.
Wait, you guys could do "You're not gonna spay me" and keep it.
Oh, I like that.
No way.
That's good.
Oh my wait.
Oh wait.
If you get
okay.
eliminated, if the cat gets
Yeah.
eliminated from the show, do they get like
Yeah,
fixed?
they get fixed. That I was just about to say that.
That's so
Well, I said first.
Okay, well I can cut that
Bro,
out,
the
boy.
stakes
I'm
are
I
editing
thought it
high
was
this.
too.
for those cats. The stakes are real high.
I'm just gonna edit out you saying all of that, Sean, and make it sound like I came up with the idea. Okay.
But you didn't even
It's
say
okay.
it fully.
History will know the
I
truth.
still have the microphone.
He's literally just gonna like ADR
Yeah.
after
I'm gonna ADR.
ADR to like no picture.
I'm just gonna ADR all your guys' lines and make it sound like I'm the only one here.
He's gonna ADR my dialogue, and it's just gonna be like.
I mean, I can do y'all's voices, so it's fine.
Oh my.
Well, you can do our walks. That's for sure.
Well, you can do our walks. Yeah. See, that's my impression of you, Sean.
Sean, I'm gonna be honest, he's
It's
kind
pretty
of
good.
onto it. I don't know why you talk that way, because it's not like a southern accent. It's like a coast accent.
Do
Like
I mean, I don't know. I just maybe I'm like I'm a weird combo, right? My parents are from the Midwest, but I was raised in the South. So
yeah, but it's neither of those things.
I know. Maybe it's like it combined and made a third separate thing.
Sean, how does it feel that I could just slip into Sean mode whenever? I can copy the walk, I can copy the voice, I can turn my shirt inside out, and I'm you. Nobody
okay.
would know the difference.
I'm more than my features.
I
Tony.
would know the difference.
I'm just playing.
I know. That was pretty good, though. I will admit it was pretty accurate.
I don't remember if it was good, but I can do Talia's. Say something, Talia.
Hello.
Hello.
It's not even close.
You got to
And then
give
I've
him
got-
something
I've
more.
got
to work
Allie.
with.
Talia, I feel like you're pitching your voice down.
That is telling me all. That was so not accurate.
I can do Allie. Tony,
Bro.
no. Wait, sorry, my voice cracked. Tony, no. That's what
This
you
episode is
say
extra
every.
scattered.
That is something I would say. Can y'all pick a catchphrase?
I like
Claws
yours.
out.
You're not gonna spay me.
You're not gonna spay me.
You'll never
Fix.
betray me.
Oh,
And then like a little like a
you
hiss
can
at the
you can
end.
never fix
Alright.
me. Oh my god.
we said it's Allie's first time hosting. We're gonna act up.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, okay.
That's enough
Great.
of that.
No, Tony,
Great
please
job.
continue to make cat noises.
You're not gonna spay me. All right. Welcome to our scattered self-care segment, where we decide how much societal value we hold by how well we kept our self-care goals from last week.
This is scattered self-care to ward off the looming despair.
All right. Who wants to start off?
I'll start because I'm
Holly?
very proud.
3 days of push-ups?
I held my goal from last week, which was to do push-ups 3 days out of the week. Not only did I do that, but I upped my number, so I did 15 instead of 10 Sunday night, and then I went back down to 10 Monday night, but then back up to 15
Heck yeah.
Tuesday night.
There you go.
What? You did
Based.
like twice as many push-ups as last week then. That's awesome.
Dope.
You know, it's crazy. When she came home after work, she just picked me up and RKO'd me. And I was
She's
like,
been
dang, I could
bulking.
tell you've been working out.
Jacked.
That's hot.
Honestly. Dude, that's awesome, Talia.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Yeah, no. it's very
Tony,
good.
do you want to share yours?
I think mine was to just keep trying to wake up at the same time. I woke up early, not at the same exact time every day.
Oh.
But that's about all I have to say really on my self-care. It just sucks to wake up early, and I've been trying to, but it doesn't make me fall asleep any earlier in the night. So I just like don't get a lot of sleep. So it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Sean's suggestion from last week, talking about like doing the small 15-minute increments might be good.
Yeah, I need to start doing that, but just working from home, like my schedule varies every day, so it's kind of hard to say like, well, I'll wake up at the same time every day because usually, unless there's like a reason, like I can wake up at a later hour than like I would 2 or 1 or 2 days out of the week. I have to wake up earlier, so just I don't know. Yeah, I do just need to wake up earlier and just go to bed sooner, but you know,
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
Sean, for you, I have written down exercise ? Was that your goal last week?
Yeah, I was gonna I was gonna add planks to my regimen, which I did. I was actually thinking earlier today, something I've been doing kind of like not actively, just sort of, I don't know, my like habit kind of changed for the better. I used to like look at my phone a lot, sort of like as a ritual when I go to bed, you know, at least like 15-20 minutes, and then I'd turn it off and go to bed. I don't really do that anymore. Like I've kind of
nice.
I still look at my phone in the morning, but I did that anyway, and I kind of do that just to like wake up, which I think is a little better. Like I will, I kind of just like not staring at a screen and then like immediately trying to fall asleep. I feel like it makes me like I feel like more calm and like I have more naturally like come down from the energy I needed to get through the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been good self-care right there.
Yeah.
That's good. Good job.
Thank you.
Allie, how are you doing on self-care?
Mine was hobbies, and I think the only one I did was a volleyball game.
How'd that go?
We lost all 3. The first game was 7-25. Then it was 9-25, and then 7-25.
Wow.
Y'all suck.
We got decimated. Whoa.
Dude, volleyball's cool.
Yeah. I've been working on my jump serve, so
Nice.
catch
That's
me out
hard.
there. Yeah.
Allie, you gotta watch Haikyuu. You ever heard of that show?
Yes, Haikyuu is so good.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's a volleyball anime. It got me really into volleyball in middle school when I watched
It's so
it.
good.
And then I did it for a little bit, and I was like, I'm not tall enough, really, for volleyball.
Hey,
Yeah.
neither is Hinata. He's small.
Yeah, but have you seen their jumps? I
He
can't
got the
jump
hops.
that high. I can't do that. I can barely jump. Like
I honestly think Tony might enjoy that show too. Like, I mean, it's cool because like, you know, it's got flashy animation and it's like a fun sport. But like, the appeal of it for me is like it so understands what makes sports like a special thing in terms of like team bonding and like figuring stuff out and getting through stuff together that's like bigger than yourself. You know, like it nails that more than almost anything I've ever seen. And it's got such a heart to it. I really love that show.
it is really good.
Allie, I recommended The Bear, and I didn't steer you wrong on that.
Yeah, I've also been watching Arrested Development recently.
Oh,
let's
nice.
It's a
go.
nice little study break.
That's a good
Nice.
show.
Are you
I've
liking
been
it?
watching American Dad.
Okay,
I don't
that's
know
not
what
as
that
good.
is.
Why?
It's just what's on
Why?
TV at night. I don't know.
Tony, that's why you need lists.
It's funny though. It's funny.
What are our goals for next week?
My goal is to up that number to 4 days a week, just taking it
Oh,
an inch at a
wow.
time.
That's not an inch. That's significant. You've already doubled.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's like 2 inches.
Well, because last time it was 3, so now 4.
My goal will be to think of at least 1 or 2 hobbies to consider taking on.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. Like
Nice.
that. You can even write them down on a list.
Yeah, I might. Well,
Sean,
I
not
don't know about a
everybody
list.
likes lists.
I'll do it
I
on a
know.
spreadsheet.
Oh
But
my
you don't
god.
know.
There you go.
See, spreadsheet, that works. That's a form of a list.
Yeah.
I'll
And then I can even put the money side of it on there too.
Stop it.
I think Tony's real hobby is spreadsheets.
I do love spreadsheets, but I need
Dude,
something to put
What are
in
you,
the
an
spreadsheet.
accountant?
No.
I suck at math.
Oh yeah, didn't you take that like 6th grade math quiz when we were all there at that party one time and you failed it?
Yeah, I did.
You can cut that out.
Did
if
you
want.
take
No,
algebra
I don't
2 3
care.
times in high school?
No, I took algebra 2, and instead of getting a passing score on the test, I got a 3 out of 100. So that's what happened.
On a
there.
multiple choice test,
It was multiple choice.
Oof.
which is somehow blows the odds on multiple.
Hey guys, I'm
Blew 'em.
unique. All right,
It's
they don't
okay.
make them like me. Okay.
Honestly, if you hand me like a math test that I took in like 6th grade right now, I'd probably be like looking at a foreign language.
I don't know how to do long division.
From 6th grade? Well, I guess geometry. If you hand me anything geometry, I'm not going to know. what
Geometry
the
in 6th
fuck.
grade?
I took geometry in 9th grade.
I took it in 8th.
I took it in 8th, but I think we like
So you're making stuff up.
did it. Well, I did pre-algebra in 6th grade. And I think there were
I did too.
You
I
did
think there were
pre-algebra in
shapes.
6th grade?
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's gifted.
I did pre-algebra
I
in
did-
7th.
Oh, I never did pre-algebra. I just skipped
You
algebra.
skipped pre-algebra.
Yeah, because they had like a thing like the like good at math kids just jumped straight to algebra, and then the other kids went to pre-algebra.
Oh, we like skipped 6th grade math and went to pre-algebra.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There was like
Yeah.
normal math and then there was pre-algebra, and we were so cool because we were in the pre-algebra class. Bunch of losers, stupid other kids.
Okay, in my algebra class, I was like a 7th grade very shy child, and then I was also in this class with a bunch of the 8th graders. And there was this one like portion that like nobody understood, and my math teacher was like, "Talia, why don't you get up at the whiteboard and explain it to the
Oh.
class?" And I was like,
Oh,
"What?" And so I did it. I'm not a teacher. Not only that, I was very nervous because I'm very shy and I spoke so fast, and I think they understood it less after I tried to explain it. And I was like,
Yeah.
why did she make me do that?
all right, Sean. What is your goal for next week?
I think it's to just like do my regimen more often. Like kind of like same as Talia. Like I don't do it every day and I should. Or like more often than what I am now.
Mine for next week is going to be my PT shoulder exercises that I didn't do
Nice.
Yeah.
2 weeks
Okay.
ago. Because a bunch of people that I know have been going rock climbing, and it sounds fun, but I know it would be bad for my shoulder if I don't get it figured out. So that's my motivator.
There you go.
That's good. And that's a
Yeah.
good motivator.
I like that.
On to Scattered Truth, where I will tell 2 lies and 1 truth, and you will have to guess which one is correct. This week's questions are all medically themed.
Nice.
So our first one are about developmental milestones in children. Whoa. Okay.
I didn't do any of those.
Tony.
No, you didn't, Tony. You really didn't. Based off of the shoe tying,
It shows.
you
No, I'm
are
kidding.
way behind. Number 1. Most infants will begin to smile socially at 4 months old.
Okay.
Number 2. By age 3, most children will be able to jump backwards.
Okay.
Number 4. Most infants will be able to point at something to express interest by age 15 months.
Those all sound like a long time except for the first
We're
one.
on number based.
Wait, what was the first one again?
Smiling socially
Socially,
At
at
4
4
months.
in 4 months.
I think that's true.
And then
That
it was-
is, I think that's also my pick.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
want any explanations?
I do want an explanation for the jumping backwards because you
Mhm.
said 3 years old.
Yeah, this is a really good explanation. Get ready. Stand with 2 feet together and then jump backwards.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's no
What?
way that's true. I'm sorry, Allie. That's a bad one.
I don't know. I feel
Do you
like that
think
could
it's too
be
young
true.
or too old?
That's too old.
He's too old.
No,
Too
because
old.
I feel like that takes a lot of cognitive brain function to not only
Maybe
jump,
for
but
you.
Yeah, only if you're
to not only jump, but to also have it be going backwards. Like, there's still
to
a...
just put on your heelys.
Okay, well, it is possible that that's just like sounds so outlandish that Allie made that one true, but I don't think so. I feel like when I was like 14 months old, I was freaking
You don't
hopping back,
remember.
front, left, right, center, middle.
You have no recollection. of
Tony,
that,
I've
dude.
seen your breakdancing at 6 years old. I can tell that you were developmental.
Wow.
Hey, I
That's a
started
joke.
playing an
You were very
instrument
active.
at 5 years old and soccer at 4. So I was pretty, I'm coordinated.
I
believe it.
did gymnastics at 2 years
I
old.
did tumbling
It's
at
not a
2,
competition,
and then
Tony.
my mom didn't put me back in because I was bad.
You know what? I existed before all of you.
Yeah, you're old as shit, dude. Congrats.
Doo-doo.
What was
For
the third
15-month
one? Yeah.
one?
Most infants will be able to point at something to express interest by age 15 months.
I think it's earlier than that.
Yeah, 15 months feels like a long time.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But I
I
don't know,
think
dude.
so,
Babies are all goo goo gaga. Like, they can't do shit. Like,
I
don't
think
know.
the point is like I don't know if a baby knows until 15 months
That they're pointing.
that the pointing signifies something. And
Mhm.
maybe it's not until that point that it like clicks like, oh, if I point at this thing, they'll give it to me.
I think there's like child videos of me much younger than 15 months, like pointing at things and grabbing them with my dad. So, or like give me that type deal. So I'm going to say that it's younger than 15 months.
Okay.
so. I think the
and-
first one is the truth.
Yeah, the first one has got to be true.
Yeah. That was the one that I thought first. Do we
Wait, can
wanna
you
have
explain
an
that one?
Yeah.
Like, what does socially mean, maybe?
A social smile is an intentional gesture from an infant in response to something they find pleasant, such as a parent's face or voice.
Okay, yeah, 4 months for sure.
And
Number
I
one.
thought she was going to give us like a, open your mouth while like spreading the size of your mouth to reveal your
Jumping
teeth.
backwards is self-explanatory. It explains itself. All right, is everybody in agreement for number one?
Locking it in.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Locking it in? All right. So you are wrong.
No!
The truth for number one is
Objection.
most infants will begin to socially smile at 6 weeks old.
Oh.
Damn, I knew it was
that's
early,
so-
but the
Yeah,
other
it's
ones
way-
threw me off.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it, Allie. Ah.
And then the next false one was the jumping backwards. Do you guys have a guess for how old that actually is?
1.5.
4. I don't know.
What was the provided? It was 3
3
years.
3.
Oh, dude, I feel like 1 year.
It's actually 5 years old.
I told you, you
What?
losers.
Bro,
I knew it
that's a
was later.
skill issue. I could definitely do that.
Yeah.
No,
I could
jumping-
definitely do that by 2 months old, guys. Come on.
You couldn't even stand by 2 months old.
Hey, you don't know that. You weren't there.
I mean, that's
Okay.
true, but
The truth is most infants will be able to point at something to express interest by age 15 months, and that's also known as proto-declarative pointing.
interesting.
Sounds nerdy.
Fun.
Very
Hey,
cool.
I'm. That was only a half loss because that was my second choice.
That
But you didn't
doesn't.
say
Not
that.
how that works. Yeah, no, you lost. Yeah. Man, I really thought that we'd be able to do that earlier.
Yeah, there were some surprising ones to learn. It's also not considered abnormal if you're not potty trained before age 5 completely. Because I would have thought, like, if you're not potty trained by like 3.5, that would have been
Yeah.
abnormal.
By
But-
potty trained, do you mean what?
What about 25? Asking for a friend.
Sean's just pissing right now.
Dude, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Can't leave the cast.
So by age 4, you're supposed to be able to go to the bathroom to poop. And then by age 5, you're supposed to be able to pee in the bathroom without it being considered like abnormal.
Okay.
I wore diapers to bed till like 4th grade. So
You look like you still wear diapers.
Wow.
No, I had to stop doing that because they cost too much.
Is that actually why?
Not part of the grind set.
No,
I wore diapers / they're called pull-ups for night, just by the way, until 2nd grade. So not that far ahead of you, unfortunately.
yeah.
I think
We're meant
the
for each other.
nighttime is a little bit like the timeline is different for nighttime. I think it's like during the day
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
start going to preschool into kindergarten and stuff at that age.
Right.
So-
Yeah, I just was such like a heavy sleeper as a kid that I couldn't. My body just wouldn't wake me up.
Are we ready for the second one?
Yes,
Yep.
we're gonna do better this time. She lied. I think we're gonna do about the same.
So this one is medical trivia. And number 1 is in 1941, a cantaloupe was found in Peoria, Illinois, with a strain of the Penicillin mold that allowed penicillin production to be ramped up enough to be used in the war effort, as in World War II. Number 2, while there are some exceptions to the rule, most humans are born with 206 bones in their body.
I think that one's true.
And the third one is fun. Pseudo-hypoparathyroidism, that's all one word, is a genetic disorder inherited from one's biological father that causes low levels of parathyroid hormone, leading to abnormally high levels of calcium in the blood. Pseudo-hypoparathyroidism.
Oh, that's a mouthful. Okay, I think that one's false because I think that one is actually hypothyroidism, based off of very, very tangential information that I've heard from family members who've had something like that. I feel like, and when she said 206 bones in the body, that number I have definitely heard before.
Yeah, the war effort one, I think the year is too early.
When was penicillin first?
Like in the war.
Oh,
to like
for when
affect the war
America
effort.
got involved?
Do we
Not
want to?
necessarily, they might have been involved, but it might not be like, it might have been like right when they started getting involved around that time period.
I'm interested in explanations for the first one and the third one.
Yeah,
If
I agree.
other people are interested in those two as well.
Color me interested.
Okay. For the first one, the explanation is penicillin was first used to treat an infection in 1940, but it was difficult to produce in the quantities needed. The newly found strain allowed production to increase from a world supply of 10 units total of pure penicillin in 1940 to 650 billion units per month by the end of the war.
Dang. That's wild.
That is wild.
And it was found, you said, in a cantaloupe?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that explanation is totally true, right? Which is interesting. I feel like the false part is either going to be whatever the fruit was or where it was found or the year. I'm not feeling super confident about that one, to be honest.
I'm feeling confident about that one, but
Really?
that's okay. I don't know. It just feels right for...
I want that one to be true. That one is cool.
That would be interesting, but I feel like there's too many
exposed.
things that Allie could have changed right there.
Yeah.
That would cause doubt.
Yeah, but there's stuff she could have changed in all of them very easily.
Not the one that's true.
She could have changed something in it.
All right. The explanation for the third one is parathyroid hormone is released from the parathyroid glands and helps regulate the amount of calcium in the blood by increasing the destruction of one's bones in order to increase the amount of calcium available in the blood.
Okay.
I think you just put a pseudo name on that one and change something there of some sort. There's too many big words there, and like she's trying to confuse us by saying like, hey, y'all guys don't like really know all that type of shit, so I'm just gonna make it wordy and sound smart, but it's fake. And that's, you know what, I used that back in the day, and I look at me now, I don't know any of that shit, but I got here. So yeah.
I'm
What does that mean?
Yeah, what was, dude? That was a total like podcast road tangent right there.
Yeah, I know. I've been
and
saying,
he made money off
If
of
you're
it
not
too.
looking for opportunity, then you're never gonna find it.
if you're not 6 feet tall, you're not going to earn $100,000 a year. Which, yeah, I'm 5'11", so I'm never going to earn that. So my vote would be toward the Peoria one. I don't know about the bones. It's 200 something, but I feel like it's a little bit.
207.
I feel like it's 248 or some shit. I don't know. I'm voting on Peoria because I want it to be true, even though I think Allie changed a bunch of shit on that one. And she's scamming me right now.
I mean, I guess if that's the group vote, then what can I do? But my heart says it's the bones one is true.
All right. I'm also for cantaloupe. So.
All right. Well, let's talk about the pseudo hyperparathyroidism first. Okay. That one is false.
Yeah, suck it. Oh,
no,
wait, nobody said that one. Yeah, suck it, Allie. I mean, yeah.
The only thing that I changed there is that you actually have normal levels of parathyroid hormone and calcium, but you would have other symptoms like congenital skeletal defects. But pseudo hypoparathyroidism is a real condition.
So what is like hypo and hyperthyroidism? Isn't that a thing too?
Yeah, so hypothyroidism is more related to your like thyroid stimulating hormone and your T3, T4, whereas parathyroid hormone is different because it's released from the parathyroid glands, which are 4 little, like tiny little pebbles on the back of your thyroid gland. But you're right, where like hypo would be low levels of it, and then hyper would be high levels of it.
Cool.
Tell us we're right, Allie.
I'm scared because I really don't want Sean to be right. So.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I don't know.
He's gonna say, "Ha
I want to be right."
I want to be right too. Let's go, Tolly. Yeah. Hey, we win together, we fail together. That's what marriage is about.
For number 2, babies are born with about 300 bones in their body.
Nice.
Wait,
suck it, Sean. You
are born. I thought it was just people had. Wow,
I
was
said
not
while
paying
there are some
attention.
exceptions to the rule, most humans are born with 206 bones in their body. The truth is most babies are born with about 300 bones in their body, and that number goes down to 206 in most adults because many of the baby's bones will fuse together.
Let's freaking go. Sean's a loser. Sean's
Yeah,
a
but
loser.
I was right about the 206 though. Like it does. That
is
number
true.
was.
You
Yeah,
You
so
were.
Fuck you guys.
And Peoria, Illinois is where the strain of penicillin was found. So
Very,
That's
very
so
interesting.
That's
Cool.
kind of cool. You guys got
Yeah.
penicillin. You got Josh Peck. What don't you have?
Safe streets to walk on.
don't have those.
Yeah, there you go. That was fun. That was
That
fun.
was really
That was
fun.
a
Yeah.
I feel
those were
dumb,
good.
but
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I am dumb.
And now I
so.
feel smarter.
good. If you have any other medical questions, I'll probably not be able to answer them.
I got this
Nice.
lump on my back.
Oh my god.
Thank you for listening to some chatter to scatter your brain and boredom with us, the Scattercast. You can find us on most major platforms such as YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, and TikTok at the Scattercast. I'm Allie, and I've been your host today.
And I'm Talia.
And I'm Tony.
I'm Sean.
Scattercast!
Calculated. Listening to
That's so
the Scattercast.